If you're looking into 2025 and seeing what's astrologically going to arrive for us, I'm very much looking forward to being a spiritual practitioner in the coming year. Now, why would that be? With Saturn and Neptune entering Aries, we have new spiritual systems, groups, practices that are being activated. Interesting. All right. Other time periods where Saturn and Neptune have been conjunct in Aries have brought up secret societies. Interesting. Okay. The other part of this that I think is important to note about, and I've been talking about spiritual preparation on my page occasionally here and there. So take care with your preparations as you need to, because spiritual preparation is different for every single person. It's different for every single practice. So just discern for yourself. When it comes to spiritual preparation for 2025, Aries is war. There's a lot more to Aries than just that, okay? But in one of the basic fundamentals, part of the reason that I'm looking forward to next year is because as a practitioner, I have been working in a practice for many years now, right? And sometimes it takes many years to have good foundations and fundamentals. Now, that is not to say that you do not have good foundations and fundamentals if you have not been working in a practice for that long. Sometimes I meet elders who are just picking up spirituality, but they have the whole entire life of wisdom from where they've been that helps them. Sometimes you need the wisdom of the youth and just picking up spiritual practices too, okay? So discern for yourself how that fits in. True. Neptune ruled by war. Saturn ruled by war. And they're going to be together and they're going to be conjunct. Have you been spiritually preparing your practices? Have you been learning how to protect yourself? Have you been learning how to banish things? Have you been removing yourself from situations or people or jobs or habits? What human things have you been doing to help yourself out recently? What transformations have you undergone over the previous several years or your whole entire life, okay? That has allowed you spiritual wisdom, really of any kind, that's helpful in protection and power. Clock it for yourself. Pocket. Okay, put it in the pocket, lock it, keep a regard on it. Because for people who are spiritual practitioners and are spiritually preparing themselves, next year is going to change a lot. It's going to change a lot, and it's going to ask a lot of people to start practicing different things. So for people who are already in a practice or are already in the preparedness, even if it's only just a couple months, okay? Even if you've only been doing this for just a couple months, or you're just picking up the information, that is applicable. You started, didn't you? You're here, aren't you? Make it clear for yourself. You're here. There's a lot that starts spiritually next year as a society, as a collection of peoples within a system. Yeah. I don't know what that is, and I'm not going to speculate, okay? But I know what the transits are bringing about for us. This is also a time for those of you who are more seasoned practitioners, okay? You've got some years on you, a lot of tools in the tool belt. Wrap it up. Keep it tight. Okay? There's some spirits who really like to fight. And if you're walking in a purpose, you got some power to you. You got some power behind your punches. If you got power-packed anything in your practice, wrap it up, keep it tight. Wrap it up and keep it tight. Because there's some spirits that like to fight. But hey, listen, I do too. It's true. So honor, glory, and reverence to you. And gratitude, reverence, and love too. That's true. Sometimes we don't realize why I made a video on this earlier. I'm going to say it again. Sometimes we don't realize why we're being prepared for what we're being prepared for, okay? So especially if you've been walking in preparations where you're like, why the heck is Spirit asking me to do this? Why do I feel like I need to do this in my practice? Why are the spirits in my practice asking me to do this? What the heck? There's a reason. I mean, there's always a reason, sure, but there's a reason. And while Saturn and Neptune are going over their conjunctions in 2026 and 2027 in Aries, there's a lot of spiritual activation going on. Wrap it up and keep it tight. Okay? And remember that as a spirit, you can also fight. Also, do you see how tight this grip is the whole time? The whole video. Wrap it up and keep it tight. You got it. And remember that it's a birthright to fight. I said what I said. And keep your spirits fed. Keep them fed. However it is you do that. There's so many different ways to do that. Offerings at the altar, feeding your body, feeding your mind, feeding your heart, the spirits in your practice. However it is that you have a relationship with them, keep them fed. Because how are they supposed to help protect you if you don't offer them anything? Also, if you do keep up those preparations and those works in the sense of like keeping them fed, then when those conjunctions of Saturn and Neptune happen, then you're going to have probably the order that you need, and you'll be able to receive some sort of spiritual hierarchy activation for yourself in your practice, which is why I'm really looking forward to it. And it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. I'm really looking forward to it because of that. More spiritual information activation. Wisdom is my favorite thing. One of my favorite things. That's true. And I'll throw hands for this wisdom. So that was not a warning for you. That was not a warning for you. No, that was more of a declaration. Yes. So you got this. A lot of empowerment work moving through right now. A lot of courage and bravery work moving through right now. Keep up the bravery. Keep up the courage. Keep up the work that you feel called to sit in and that you feel like you need to practice at this time. And remember also, this is a very spiritual video, but remember also that you're a human. If you are preparing yourself as a human for anything within humanity and within your life as a human, that is also spiritual work, okay? That is also spiritual work. So let the work work. Gratitude, reverence, and love to you. I know I said it once. I'm going to say it again. And honor, glory, and reverence too. Keep up the work you need to do. And I'll talk to you soon. You got this. You got this. Whatever this is, whatever it is that you want to be activating within those positions of spiritual activation, consecration, initiation, and this big spiritual preparedness, also blindness that we're going through right now, wrap it up and keep it tight. You got it. And if you don't know how to spiritually fight, remember that it's a birthright. Remember that it's a birthright to learn how to spiritually fight if you would so wish to do so, which personally I recommend. It's hard. Okay, you want to learn how to fight, you might get knocked out a couple times, but it's just the process. Sometimes the process has to process. Sometimes you got to get smacked on the head to realize you need to block, okay? The amount of times. But I know how not to get hit up on the head anymore, thank goodness. Anyways, okay, I really am going to go. You got it. Keep lifting your spirit. You got it.